Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be finishing up part 2 of What Do Illustrators Do? After you watch this slide presentation, you're going to return to slide number 8 and answer a few questions. All right, so you can already tell that in our story, it's written in almost like a comic strip form. Sometimes they call those graphic novels now, that they look sort of a cross between a chapter book, an illustrated book, and maybe just a cartoon. So, as we get started today, here's our cover again. Review of our vocabulary terms. Instance, it's an occurrence. It's something happening. Illustrate, to draw a picture or diagram. Style, a particular way of saying or doing something. Textures, the way a surface looks or feels. Sketches, simple drawings that are done quickly. And suggestions, ideas or plans offered to another person or someone else to help them think about something differently, like if you're trying to solve a problem. All right.
Each illustrator has a different style of drawing, just as every person has a different style of handwriting.
We're trying a new style.
When illustrators have finished their dummies, they show them to the editor and the designer at the publishing company. The editor decides whether the pictures tell the story. I love your illustrations, but Jack looks too old at the end of the book. And on page 21, the giant doesn't look mean enough.
Okay, those things should be easy to fix.
The designer makes suggestions about the design of the book. She chooses the typeface for the words and the cover.
If she loves his book, why does she want him to change it? She's just suggesting ways to make it better.
Illustrators need to decide how they want to do the finished illustrations. They can draw different kinds of lines and textures with different kinds of tools. I'm trying different kinds of lines: pencil, pen, brush. They can color their illustrations with paint, pastels, pencils, or crayons. They can do an illustration without any black line at all.
I'm experimenting. I've tried watercolors, watercolor crayons, and colored pencils.
Illustrators need to choose the paper they want to use for their finished illustrations. Some papers are good for watercolor, others for pastel, others for pencil. Some are smooth, some textured. I have a smooth watercolor paper since I'm using pen and ink and watercolor.
I want paper with a little more texture. I'm using watercolors and colored pencils.
Sometimes illustrators throw away their pictures and start again. Sometimes they change the colors, or they may change the composition. It can take months to finish all the illustrations for a picture book. At last, I finished all 32 pages and the cover. It looks great, Mom. Before they are sent to the publisher, they need to be checked to make sure nothing is left out. Except here, you forgot the polka dots on Jacqueline's shirt. Oh, phooey.
She also forgot to feed me this morning. Don't worry. Once they finish the books, they'll pay attention to us again.
I'm finished.
Me too. Can I see your book?
Illustrators often do the cover of the book last. The cover tells a lot about a story. What is it about? Does it look interesting?
I like the way your jacket wraps around the book.
That's me on the cover. Your cover is terrific. Jack is escaping right out of the border. The cover is a clue to how the illustrator will tell the story. Would these covers make you want to read the books?
Yes, I'm going to read them. Let's celebrate!
Okay, so very end of the story. I really like the fact that they are two different covers, and illustrating and writing books is very unique to the person who's drawing or the person who's writing the words. Just like you, you're all very unique and different, and that's what makes life so interesting, just like these two different books. Okay, the next thing you're going to do now is return to I think it's slide number 8, and there's the questions today. Once illustrators finish their sketches, next they need to decide what. Okay, go back to that part of the story and find your answer. List 4 things that illustrators use to color their illustrations. And in your own words, explain what style is in drawing as they discussed in this story. And a hint, there's examples on pages 376 and 377. Okay, that's all for now.